I hit stop.
We need ears. You need ears too, or you're not earsing.
Sorry. I'm not earsing. Hello. I should be looking at my own camera. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
The question is, did it actually start?
Maybe. I
don't have any upcoming events, which means it probably started. It says live now.
We're live.
Now I just got to go to the page and get the chat.
That's what I'm doing too. It's thinking. It's thinking.
I'm gonna pop the chat out.
There's 3 people watching. That I'm one, you're one, and
I'm popping out the chat and getting rid of that.
Is it James? Maybe.
No.
How do I pop out the chat?
You click the little 3 dots when it pops up. Where you click live.
I broke it.
What did you do?
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, pop out chat, and then close that window there, because that'll slow things down.
Hello, Dylan. Hello, Deborah.
Dylan, can I tell you something real quick? James got your trivia question to the trivia email, but then you sent it to our email. I did not read it,
no.
So if you see it, delete it.
Okay.
I didn't read it. I saw that it was trivia, and I sent it to James. So
hello, Rachel. Hello, Laura.
Don't send trivia to feedback@DLWeekly.net. Send it to trivia@DLWeekly.net.
You didn't cheat. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, James could tell you I panicked.
I panicked. Oh, there's trivia. What do I do?
I did. I panicked.
That's exactly what you did.
That's funny. That's really funny. But thank you for sending trivia, Dylan.
Hi, Rachel.
Oh.
Has Rachel been in the chat before? I feel like...
No, I don't think so. Rachel, is this your first time? So one thing that's always difficult. So, well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So we just got done with our, what do you call that? Google Hangout that we do with our cast member and above patrons each month. And we were talking about, because I was so bummed, I know we talked about it on this last episode, Tiki Land Day was going on today at Adventureland. And so Tag and I are living vicariously through all these Instagrammers that were taking all these amazing photos of the fun they had at Tiki Land Day today. It looked awesome.
Look at this one.
I think he's like enthralled. I think next year if they do it again, we might have to make a DL Weekly meetup. There's another echo tag.
Typical.
We won't say that word because it made people's Amazon devices go crazy last time.
Yeah, so how's that? Is it gone now? Are we good? Should be good. It should just be Teresa's camera.
Me? What's wrong with me?
No, you're the only camera. No, we both have the camera, but yours is the only one doing audio.
Oh, got it.
Until I switch to one of these other modes. But it's also doing it. So hold on a second, guys. You're going to get an echo for a second. Oh, no. It mutes it on all of them. Good.
So did we get rid of the echo, guys? Is it better?
Yeah, Laura said yeah. We're good.
It's
Thanks,
better.
Dylan.
Perfect.
I like some of these pins. I feel like we got to find a way to make a pin like that. Like, is it hard to get that stuff at home? You're laughing.
Oh,
I'm hard to hear because Teresa's camera's over there and I'm over here. So I just got to be louder.
Do I need to turn mine?
No.
Ooh, I can't anyways.
Yeah. You should be able to hear me just fine. And then if you talk.
Hello.
Yeah. So we should be fine. The problem is that it's... So I've got a camera here, and it has a mic on it, and then Teresa has a camera over there with a mic on it, and we're far enough away that I have to be a little bit louder, that's all.
Why don't we move your camera to this screen so then you're at least facing...
Because I'm doing stuff right here, so I'm facing this.
Oh. You could use your other screen.
We obviously got to, like, figure out our system. But for now, we're just got to deal with it. So I was going to Google this thing real quick.
What are you Googling?
I think it's Metal Foundry. Here we go. I want to like if we want to make a pin like that, we could heat up metal and
we
make
could
pins.
make them ourselves. We could
Yeah.
like make metal pins. A little metal foundry. So they just wouldn't have color though.
Yeah. But there's all types of ways to do it. Because I did it during something at school, wood shop or metal shop. Yeah, because you cast aluminum basically.
Crazy. All right, so we were ill prepared this month, so I apologize to you guys. While Tag's looking stuff up. So usually we try and do these with the topic. Last week we kind of did like a getting to know your host, so you guys could ask us any questions that came to mind, whether if it was Disneyland related or just life related. So if anybody had lingering questions from that, we'd be happy to answer them for you. Otherwise, yeah, we're kind of an open book and can chat about whatever you guys are wanting to hear about. We have both seen Endgame. We are not going to discuss it in the chat because we don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Yeah, in this at all.
But we did both enjoy it. So there's that. We're how many days out from our trip now? Where's your counter?
It's upstairs, but I can pull it up here.
We're getting excited for our trip, even though it's quite a ways away.
116 days
116 days. We're getting close to double digits at least.
I was thinking of putting a counter on our website.
We could do that. So we're really curious to see what it's going to be like with Galaxy's Edge when we're there late August. I already think it's going to be busy because it's D23, it's the week after D23. So I think that's going to be busy, but I'm wondering how bad how bad is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge still going to be by that point? And,
pretty bad. It'll be bad for years.
Oh, yeah, I think so too. But are we still going to be on this system of signing up for specific time slots or not?
I don't think so.
I don't know. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, they said it's just until mid-June or end of June or whatever. So, oh, Deb, you in the course of a few minutes you've lost 4 days.
Yeah, Barb, I'm wondering about that too. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I guess my first day I always kind of do the same thing. But, yeah. It's going to throw me off, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I feel like it's going to be so unlike any trip we've done before because of the fact that
it'll be our
so much
first.
busier.
Well, it'll be our first time going together, so that's already making it different.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how we work together in the parks. Or if you and Vern are going to run off,
we'll take James with us.
He'd probably appreciate that. No, he wouldn't. Actually,
I heard their plan is that they're gonna just ride the Jungle Cruise a few times if we get too Disney freaky for them.
Vern and James?
Yes, they're just gonna go chill out on the Jungle Cruise.
Sounds right.
Sounds right. Yeah, it should be fun though. I mean, what I'm excited for is something you've already done, Teresa.
What have I done that you have not done?
Is I would like. Oh, hey, Bob or Ace. I'm excited to meet listeners.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did get to meet a couple listeners last time we were there. It was a lot of fun. We are going to have... I don't think I posted this yet. I'm sorry, guys. I'm failing as your social media person. We are going to have a public meetup, or what do you call that? Public hangout? Meetup? Whatever.
A meetup.
When we're there, we're going to do it at Trader Sam's. So you guys don't have to have a ticket to get into the parks. We're not going to do it that way. We thought it'd be better to hang out somewhere that was Disney, but still not inside the park, so anybody could join.
Yep.
So Trader Sam's. And are you going to look up we were going to do it that Saturday.
I had it. Oh, yeah, I have it in our calendar, don't we? So
let me look it up for you guys.
Podcast.
D23
It's
No.
that Saturday the 24th.
Yep. And I think it was 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we're doing 8 to probably 10, I would
Yep.
say.
Yep. Fair warning, we will be doing... Well, it's not that bad. We're doing D23 that day. It's only 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll still have lots of Disney energy left for you guys. Don't worry. It's only the first day of D23. Yes, and we're going to have...
Second day. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, second day, because Teresa can't count. Yes, we are going to indulge in some spiked Dole Whips. I'm
Trader
very
Sam's,
excited
right, is
about
where it
that.
was?
Trader Sam's, yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hopefully, I hope it'll be fun. I'm really excited. I've never actually been into Trader Sam's, you guys. I feel like, I don't know, like I'm a bad Disneyland goer. This last trip, last spring, a year ago already, was, it hasn't been a year yet, but that was the first time I'd ever spent any time in downtown Disney, and I feel like I've missed out on a lot. So I'm excited that the plan right now, it might change, is that Tag and I are going to go down we're flying down Thursday, hitting up D23 Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
And then Monday through Friday, we're going to be in the parks. So I think we kind of did it that way on purpose. We were thinking, and I don't know, like I said, this might change. We were thinking about getting annual passes, and so when we weren't at D23, either before or after the expo, we could go into the parks for a little bit because we're right there. We figured it'd be really hard for us not to be in the park. But, but then we talked about it and we were like, you know what? We'll just use that time and just check out downtown Disney and do a lot of the stuff that both of us kind of overlook because we're so park focused when we're there.
Right.
But that might change. So
well, now we've got Ace, who's trying to convince us to come earlier so we
yes,
can go get a tour
and go do cool things with him. So
yeah.
We might just have to be there for like a month.
Yeah.
See,
park tickets. Yep.
Yeah.
Barb, I don't think we'll have that many people. I mean, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't know
Worst
until
case.
we do there.
Well,
but...
and I'm kind of just gonna go by feel and see, like, I don't know. I've never been there. Is it cooler inside or cooler outside? Like, what's the better place to sit and chill? So, it's pretty small. Okay, so maybe we'll end up outside just for space.
Well, and it's gonna be nice weather out too. That
yes, it will.
I was just trying to see here some photos. Because that's the one they just remodeled, right?
Ooh, Kate votes for the patio.
Yeah.
But it's neater inside. So maybe we'll do half and half. We'll get there and spend a little time inside.
I don't know what this is, but it looks awesome.
It's on fire.
It's on fire.
So therefore it must be a good drink because they light it on fire. There it was.
Oh,
that was
is that
explaining what
called?
the drink was.
No, the title's like up here.
Oh, it cut it off. Never mind.
It's got light and dark rums, orange, passion fruit, guava,
Yum.
pineapple, and grapefruit juices.
And fire.
Palernum, cinnamon, and fresh lime juice recommended for
Cinnamon.
2 or more guests. Served in a souvenir tiki bowl.
Very cool. I'm going to have a hard time not buying all of the drinkware when I'm there.
Oh, well, the inside, look, the inside you get the whole storm going on.
There's stuff that happens when you order certain drinks.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
Man, no, I haven't been there.
I haven't been there either.
I want to
but
order that. We're ordering that.
What is that? That's
I don't
like
know.
a
It's like the
sampler platter?
poo-poo platter or something.
It is the poo-poo platter.
Yep.
Jungle Cruise movie. I don't know. It's got The Rock.
I'm feeling a little bit better about The Rock after... Because he was in Jumanji, the Jumanji remake, wasn't he?
He was good in Jumanji.
I was okay with him in that. So I have higher hopes now.
The sequel.
I'm just hoping...
Or it was the remake, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that it's not... Because we were talking about this a couple weeks ago.
Move to California and work there.
Yeah. He said that he would support me if I moved to California and just wanted to Disneyland all the time. so I'll move to California and Disneyland all the time, and he can work at Trader Sam's. And we'll get an extra room.
How expensive it is to live in California.
We'll get an extra room, and you can come visit us. We're talking like pipe dreams, so.
Oh, pipe dreams? Well, then I'm going to live in the Dream Suite.
Well, okay. Realistic pipe dreams. You can't live in the Dream Suite.
What is a realistic
Don't play
pipe
past
dream?
you.
Look at this patio with the tiki torches.
Anyway, so back to Laura's question. I hope that it's more, I hope they go down the road more of how they did Pirates. And I don't know.
Well,
and not down the road of how Haunted Mansion ended up turning out.
Yeah,
However,
no Haunted Mansion.
I did.
Thanks, Ace.
I did just recently rewatch The Haunted Mansion. For some reason, I'd been really wanting to watch it. So I watched it again. I really didn't like it the first time I watched it. I rewatched it
You're talking about
a few
Haunted
weeks
Mansion?
ago. Yeah, Haunted Mansion. I went into it with low expectations since, like I said, I had watched it and wasn't super happy with it the first time because I had a way different thought process of what it was going to be. I didn't hate it the second time I watched it. I think it was because my expectations were so low. And I kind of understood why they went the way they went, which is what ended up making it terrible.
You should scoot
Eddie-
your chair this way a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I'm leaning too much. I didn't like Eddie Murphy. I can't camera tonight, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of Eddie Murphy being cast in it, but I get why they did it because they wanted it to
Scary,
be
not
kid friendly.
Yeah.
So he kind of was the comic, the over the top comic relief so that children would be able to watch it, because there were a lot of terrifying parts in that movie. Like I had forgotten the part where they got stuck in that crypt and all these like scary skeleton half
Spoiler
decaying people were
Oh, this is an old
it's old.
movie.
Sorry if I'm spoiling it for anyone. But anyways, they're like getting attacked by not like zombies, but kinda. Like so it's like
Mummies?
okay. No, it was worse than mummies.
Well, I need to watch this movie again, obviously.
So
But James and I have to finish.
I was scared in that part. I'm sure children would be.
James and I have to finish the
Star
last
Wars?
2 Star Wars movies because we watched Return of the Jedi last night, and sometime this week I think we'll try to get one more in, and then we'll be caught up. After
Now,
one more
sorry,
one.
Deb. I just spoiled it for you. Okay, you can watch it, Deb. Just do not have high expectations, and know that they tried to make a scary movie as kid-friendly as they possibly could. I did like they did a good job with nods to the attraction in that movie. There was a lot of good attraction references. Some of them I didn't even catch the first time I had watched it, that I caught the second time, or I forgot that I had caught it the first. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But speaking of movies, now that I watched Endgame, I really have a weird desire to go back and watch all of the Marvel movies.
I thought you had time for things.
I don't really. But I I was watching it and I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, Iron Man came out how long ago? I don't
11 years ago.
remember what happened in Iron Man, or like the first Thor movies. I do not remember what happened in those movies.
I literally only remember the first Iron Man movie because I remember liking it so much, and so I watched it a bunch. But I don't remember. Well, James and I watched, was it last night? Last night we watched, there's a video on YouTube. It was like 23 minutes long, and it was like, watch this to catch up on everything, and they told you like all the stuff. The guy was super animated. But it was kind of cool. He went through a lot of stuff. The only thing that was funny was he was talking about the Hulk movie, and the Hulk movie, he goes, Hulk, has this thing happen. He becomes the Hulk when he gets angry. Moving on, and then they went to the next movie because there was nothing really going on in it.
And I kind of forgot that. Oh God, I can't even. I'm terrible with actor names.
Mark Ruffalo or Edward Norton?
Yeah, that Mark Ruffalo was not always the Hulk. That it was originally Edward Norton.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
I like Mark Ruffalo better.
Yeah, I like them both. I don't know.
I'm excited for the Spider-Man movie.
I think I liked that Edward Norton was the Hulk for the movie that they for the Hulk dedicated movie.
Sure.
I don't know but I like Mark Ruffalo for the Avengers stuff with the little I don't know. I don't know if I would have if you would have flopped them. I don't know if I would have been as happy with it. But
yeah.
Anyways,
I'm excited for the Spider-Man movie. And that should finish phase 2 of Marvel, they said. Phase 3 of Marvel.
3. How many phases are there?
As many as they can make money.
At least 3 phases.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a good movie. If you have not seen it, you should go see it because it is a good movie.
What, the Hulk?
No, Endgame.
Oh, Endgame.
Yeah.
It really helps to have some experience with the film.
Although I can say this,
yeah.
I can say this because everybody has watched. Probably.
Well, make sure now.
Everybody has watched Infinity War, right? Like, if I say something about Infinity War, people aren't going to freak out? I'll give, 20 seconds.
You know what was interesting? So while we're waiting for people to respond for that. You know, it was interesting. So when I was going through and trying to find stuff to post about for social media, yesterday was the anniversary of Infinity War coming out.
Yeah, that makes
so
sense.
I didn't realize it was almost like a year to the day practically that those two movies came out. I thought that was kind of interesting. But I guess it makes sense because haven't the Star Wars movies been coming out like in December?
Yes, Chrysanthemum. It's Marvel, yes. But so this is the only thing I want to say, and it's not a spoiler. I had to, right as we got out of the theater today, and this relates to Infinity War, but I had to Google Thanos because I was trying to figure out how, without being a god, without being somebody with a super suit, how they could beat the crap out of him in Infinity War, and everything's just fine. And so I was trying to figure out. So I look. He's like a super. What an Eternal? Is that what we discovered? He's an Eternal and partially immortal, I guess. So I was like, oh, okay, because I didn't know anything about Thanos going in, right? So when I watched it, I was like, I don't understand how all of the Avengers are beating him up, and he's just no problem. So yeah. That was the thing. So because I haven't read any of the comics, so I didn't know anything about Thanos other than Thanos.
Other than Thanos.
Yeah, and his logic was flawed. I think for what he wanted to do.
That's why he's a bad guy.
He is an extra super villain.
Extra super.
Extra super villain.
Extra super.
So.
All right. So. Can we talk about this? I know it's like way too like early to be talking about this, but can we please talk about how awesome the new Halloween party is going to be over at Disney California Adventure? I am so excited about this. I am honestly trying to figure out how I can swing doing the trip in August and then going back right again away, which I might be able to swing it because my family's going, but I don't know if they're going when Halloween time. Like, if party tickets, like, if it's, you know what I mean? The party's going on when they're there.
Producer James, when can I quit my job and just go to Disney Parks all the time?
No. So excited for because she said villain, that's where I got on this tangent with. I'm so excited for the Villainous World of Color.
I tried, guys.
Performance.
I wanted to quit my job and just go hang out at the Disney Parks, and I was vetoed. Vern supports Teresa.
I'm taking time off from work. I'm using PTO.
No, but I'm talking about you said Vern would support you moving out there.
Yeah, I would assume if you could help pay
no, Debs, you're going to be there, like, right around it, but there's not actually a party. Oh, that's a bummer.
Let's talk about our bummer and the fact that when we're there for D23, there's no Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. That really makes me sad. See, that's another reason that I have to go back for Halloween time so I can experience Haunted Mansion holiday.
I am just hoping that we are able to get annual passes and can go more. That's
you know, we also need our own private jet.
Well, so that's a whole nother situation.
Or teleporting. I'm okay with teleporting. If I can figure that out.
Chrysanthi, you live near the parks, right? We should just go stay with her.
She does, because she's got an annual pass.
We'll just go stay with her. It'll be fine. Yeah, it will seem like a less sea of people in DCA.
Yeah. Dylan, I don't think I've given up on Patreon for a jet. Oh my gosh.
No. That's okay, though. You guys are great. Doesn't matter how much you get.
Then the problem, Dylan, is, so then we have this jet, right? So, right, sky's the limit. We don't know how to fly it. Then we're going to have a pilot.
James's dad really wants a plane, so we should just...
we'll just borrow his plane.
Yeah,
there you go.
We'll just have him fly us.
There you go. Perfect. Problem solved.
Laura, you need to move to Southern California. Then we'll come visit more.
There you go. Chrysanthi has been there 5 times in the past 2 months.
Yes, we're both taking time off of work for that, unfortunately.
A pilot supporter. There you go.
Well, we've had... I don't remember who it was now. We had somebody offer that we could stay with them if we went. Like, then that would curtail costs of staying in a hotel.
That was just an email. That wasn't a supporter.
Yeah,
That was
I don't
just a
remember
listener.
who it was.
We have very awesome listeners.
We had
and
a
supporters,
listener.
you guys.
A listener
Super awesome.
paid for our plane tickets to go out there, which is super awesome. But is not a supporter. But that's how he supported.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
Well, yeah. So yeah,
it's for inspiration, right? She's going.
But the
Disneyland
problem is,
Chris
I
Anthony's views.
can't play an instrument to save my life, and
Well,
I can't sing or dance. So I am out for being a musician or any type of artist.
Or any type. Computers.
That's
You
not
could take
artist.
No, but that's what you do. You could take your computer and compute when you're sitting in the park with the wonderful Wi-Fi.
You can take your computer and compute.
Can you tell who does all the technical stuff here? Definitely not me.
I've threatened to teach her how to edit the show, but she won't have it.
See? Look, she's working when she's at the park. You could work when you're at the park. For those of you guys that have been with us for a little while, we shared a video. How did we even I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even remember Chrysanthe's Phantasmic video.
Oh.
I don't even remember how it came to be, but Chrysanthe is the wonderful violinist that did the Phantasmic video that we shared. Gosh,
it was
maybe
on
that's
Facebook.
been about a year or something. Maybe not a year. It's been a couple months ago. So she's that's perfect. She's working well at the
Barb.
park.
She's researched housing costs in good school districts with a reasonable distance to the park.
Look, that's awesome.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever live in California. I'll be honest with you. If I ever move near a Disney resort to do something daily or weekly to actually be in the parks, it's going to be Florida.
Really?
Because
I couldn't live in Florida.
It's cheaper to live in Florida than it is to live in California.
Alligators.
And I do not want to deal with
Humidity.
the traffic.
Mosquitoes. Swamp. Do you want me to keep going?
It's fine. Oh, she shared the link. Uh-oh, I clicked the link. I didn't mean to click the link.
What?
I meant to click the link, but it opens in the same window, so don't click it.
Oh. Exactly, Kate. It's Florida. No. Barbara. North Carolina's cheap. I'm researching there, too. Barb, where do you live that you want to get away from so badly?
Well, there was a bunch of our supporters that live in Washington.
Yes,
Did
lots
you
of
see
people
that?
in Washington. Look, she's
Seattle,
in Washington.
yeah.
See, I would even be okay with going to Washington because it's still way closer than Wisconsin. Yeah,
Right.
see, that's the problem with Disneyland is, it's in California and the traffic's not so great. So maybe I need to look
we
something
could move to Arizona
close.
and then be a lot closer
There you go.
to
I'm
drive.
okay with that.
But I don't
Dry
really want to
heat.
live in Arizona.
It's nice there. I almost moved out there.
It
after
only
high
sort
school.
of snows out there occasionally, and they freak out.
Depending on where you live. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I have family in Phoenix and Prescott. And 1 year my mom was down
Do
there
you
because...
live in Arizona, Rachel?
she must.
6 months out. Oh, then it's she does.
Only 100.
degrees.
I love it. You know, it snowed here yesterday, so there's that. It snowed.
It snowed, but nothing stuck.
It snowed.
Nothing stuck.
It was on my grass for a couple of hours. I'm counting it.
So Rachel, do you like living in Arizona? Well, you said it's nice, but you know, I used to live in Northern California, and we would drive. I've told this story before, but we would pack up and drive. We'd leave at 10 p.m. the night before, drive all night down I-5, arrive in the morning, park, go in the park, wait till midday, leave the park, go check into our hotel, come back, stay till as late as we could make it, and go to bed and do it all over the next day. Well, Doug, you live even closer than I did. I mean, you probably shaved 2, maybe 3 hours off of what I used to. Because for us, it was 7.5, 8 hours.
Kate left SoCal and came back.
So I can't be... I don't know. You know what it is? It just takes a certain type of person, and I'm not that certain type of person anymore.
For what? Going back to California?
To live in California. I lived there for 20-something years, and I'm just over it. Yeah, so you shave a couple hours off.
I feel
then.
like 6 hours is good too. This is all sounding really good to me. Compared to if I were to drive, it's 2 days.
Are you ready to do this podcast remotely?
Yeah, you do it with Terry. It's fine.
All right.
And then I could do resort updates from the resort.
You could.
It would be fun. Plus, I could hang out with...
Poor Tag, stuck in Wisconsin, editing the show, doing all that stuff.
You were invited. You're totally invited.
Yeah,
Plus,
it's just
I'm
all
gonna hang out with Kate and Chrysanthi. We're gonna have our little DL Weekly pass holder clubs. We'll have little social gatherings at the park. It'll be fun. See, look. I've lived in Wisconsin my whole life. I need to shift.
Good luck making a living there. Whew. It's expensive.
Positive thinking. I'm thinking positive.
I'm just happy that I can own a house out here and have it paid off.
Weekly compound.
Oh Lord.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll go outside of LA. We'll find some piece of farmland somebody will sell us, and we'll make a compound.
That's awesome.
So Doug, are you and Sarah ever gonna leave California, or are you just kind of there?
Houses are not a thing.
Megan just said that she's in Washington too in the Discord chat, so geez.
Yeah, everyone's in Washington. We should have a DL Weekly Washington club.
I was thinking earlier of making a Washington channel and they can just talk about Washington stuff. And maybe they could have a meetup.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a state.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see? Ace has our idea. He's in Palmdale.
Yeah, that's right. He told us how big his house was on the chat earlier.
Yeah.
But it's full.
Well, that's good.
I'd rather live in Florida, the Midwest.
Megan
Yeah, I don't think I could live in Florida. I really don't.
Well, Doug, if you and Sarah want to move to the Midwest somewhere, I recommend Wisconsin's not bad. So if you guys need somewhere to stay, we got a whole basement. You can stay in the DL Weekly studios.
What are you gonna do? Kick your mom out?
No, they can stay out here.
Oh, got it.
Them and the kids. Well, we have a guest room too.
Too funny. So what else should we talk about?
I don't know. See, Chrysanthe's like you. She doesn't
I'm
like
with you, Chrysanthi. I'm so with you.
I'm just over California. Can't live in a state that's partially below sea level.
Too funny. So how excited, I know we talked about this on our supporter hangout that we just did, but how excited is everybody about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway that's coming to Toontown? I'm crazy excited about this. Crazy excited. I can't decide how... I don't know. How fast do you think it's going to be? I know it's a thrill ride. Do you think it's going to be...
It's a trackless ride.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to split off and then come back together or something. I don't think it's going to be that fast. It's still going to be for kids. It's not that thrilling.
Let's...
Yeah, it's going to be more dark ridey. I think.
Holy cow. Yeah, I'm excited. I am really excited. It looks similar to Roger. See, I think it's going to be bigger than Roger Rabbit. The building that they're tearing down behind it is huge.
Well, here, let's do this. Let's look at how big the building is.
We'll share it. It's a big area.
Well, I'm saying let's look at how big it is. The Chinese theater in Florida.
That was big too. I was kind of glad that I did the Great Movie Ride before it closed. I didn't realize I did it. The last time we were there was the one and only time I had gone on the Great Movie Ride, and it wasn't too. I mean, it was okay. I wasn't too amazed by it. But I'm really glad that I did it, especially now that it's gone.
The Great Movie Ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I liked that attraction.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan. It was dated. So,
They could have updated it.
Yeah,
it was cool for what it was. I like that it had
very cool.
I like that it had real people and the animatronics, which is what we're gonna get.
We're getting in Galaxy's Edge. You're right.
Yeah, I can't imagine a trackless ride being that fast either.
I wouldn't think so, but they said, like, one of the descriptions I read was thrill ride, and I was like, well, wait a minute, like, is what? I thought this was trackless.
I'm trying to get like a scale here. Oh, that's 100.
Exactly, Doug. And that's what I try and tell people when they're like, oh, you like, you're an adult and you like Disneyland. I'm like, yes, I like being taken out of reality, I guess would be a good way of saying it. I know that it's not like Six Flags, and I'm not like going on loop-de-loops and going like 100 miles an hour, whatever. I mean, you get a little bit of that, but I really enjoy the very immersed attractions. Those are my favorite ones. Do I enjoy things like, well, it wasn't the Incredicoaster when I was on the last, but do I enjoy things like the Incredicoaster and even like Guardians of the Galaxy where, it's more thrilling because you're dropping and all that? Yes, I do, but if I had to choose between that and like Pirates of the Caribbean, 100% I would go on Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think that Disney should do family style attractions because it should be a place that children and parents can have fun together. So doing attractions that have like a height limitation or can be scary, I think is something that they should try to steer away from. I do think, some of the things, the Matterhorn was around when Walt Disney was around, so obviously that has a height restriction. But I just feel like if you want to have a good mix and not have too many of these. You want to have as many things as possible. So this, I think, will be fine. Looking at the scale
this looks
here,
like
by
it'll
the way,
be family friendly.
it's the same scale. So here's Disney World, and then here's the same scale.
Oh, yeah,
there.
they're
So it's about
basically the same size.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, let's
But
see.
I
gotta
do,
catch up on the
Katie,
chat.
I agree with you that dark rides, I think, are a Disney staple, and more dark rides I think are good because I like dark rides a lot, and you can get a lot of the thrill rides. If you want a thrill ride, go to Six Flags. Go to
You're in the wrong park.
Go to Universal. Go to something like that, and Disney parks should be something that's more for everybody and not just thrill rides and stuff. Because I think there's enough other places you can go to get thrill rides.
Yeah, definitely.
But a good ratio, Barb. I agree with you.
The thing I thought was really interesting. So, I mean, this was Florida, but we went to Walt Disney World in 2016. Vern ran the full marathon, and we went. It was Vern and I, my parents, an aunt and uncle, a cousin, and then another aunt that all went. So we had about 9 of us that all went. And we spent 4 days in Walt Disney World. And then we spent 1 day in Universal because I really had to go experience
the Wizarding
World. And so not everybody went to the Wizarding World. It was just Vern, I, my uncle, and my cousin that all went. I never realized this because I spend so much time in Disney parks, but I never realized this. 2 things that were just shocking. My uncle's an engineer. He could not get over the fact, because it rained when we were in Walt Disney World and when we were in Universal. He was just mind blown at how terrible Universal was with their drainage system, because there were just these massive puddles, and none of that at Walt Disney World. But then second, I was surprised. We had issues with motion sickness in Universal at Wizarding World, but never had anybody have any problems on any of the Walt Disney World attractions. So that was really that was pretty surprising to me. I don't personally have an issue with any motion sickness things. It was somebody else that was in the party, but I was just like, how did you go on all, it was just amazing that they went on all of these Disney attractions. And then the first attraction we did at Universal, we had to take a break because their stomach was upset. So it was just crazy.
I just realized I want to answer a question from earlier in the week that we had in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Which was talking about, because you brought it up and so it made me think about it, the question was brought up of duplicating attractions.
Yeah.
I just realized something I don't like that Disney does. So I don't necessarily mind if the Magic Kingdom or Disney World or any of the overseas parks, if they transplant certain attractions from Disneyland, let's say. What does bother me is when you have a lot of the same attraction, and this is something that bothered me at Universal, and producer James, I think, agrees with this too, which is Universal had too many projection
Way
attractions.
too many projections, yeah.
And Disney was kind of getting that way for a while too, because you had, you had, well, right now you got Buzz Lightyear, right, which is like a shooter thing, and then they've got it's kind of like that, but kind of not. Midway Mania is kind of like that, and so like I don't want too many of that, you know. Like I don't mind a dark ride because I feel like the story is the star there, not the ride system. The same thing with the Omnimover. I think the Omnimover is second to the story. But I feel like a lot of times when you get like Astro Blasters or like that, it ends up being a situation where it's like it's all about the shooting at the targets. It's kind of the same feel. And so I just hope that Disney doesn't do that, because that's the kind of stuff I don't like repeated all over the park. Same thing with Dumbo and the Astro Orbiter. I would be much happier if the Astro Orbiter, the one thing that made the original Astro Orbiter better when it was the rocket jets, was it was up on that platform. Totally different experience to that of Dumbo.
Yeah, same ride, same
but
ride.
But now that it's on the ground in the front of Tomorrowland, it's almost the same experience. So to me, that's kind of frustrates me with those kind of things. Now, I wish that they would do... I just watched a video online. It was like 45 minutes long. And it was the history of the new Tomorrowland. Like Tomorrowland 1998 or whatever.
Yeah.
And they talked about what the plans were originally for the land before they got a bunch of budget cuts and everything. And... which is funny, because a couple days later you posted that Rocket Rods thing. And I was like, that's funny. I was just watching and thinking about this. But the fact that what I think, and this goes into a whole other conversation, but what I think they need to do with Tomorrowland is once Galaxy's Edge opens, they need to keep Space Mountain, because I think everybody agrees Space Mountain is a keeper. And then I think they need to start fresh. They need to do a clean slate. So all the buildings that are in Tomorrowland just need to go. Don't be limited by whatever we can fit in what used to be the Circle Vision Theater, or whatever we can fit in where Star Tours is. Level it, and then you can build whatever you want there. You don't have to try to shoehorn things in.
You would level Star Tours?
I would once Galaxy's Edge opens, because I feel like I feel like at that point it's kind of out of place. I would say you could put in a different attraction, or as a second phase to Galaxy's Edge, move the stuff back there.
Yeah.
But I don't think it needs to be in Tomorrowland anymore. I think Tomorrowland needs to be something else than what it is. And one of the things that they said was Tony Baxter designed the Discoveryland, which is what's in Paris, and that is a successful deployment of a Tomorrowland that doesn't kind of go out of style, because they put stuff there that was a Jules Verne kind of optimistic, past version of the future, if you will. So that's kind of the thing that they need to do with Tomorrowland, and they need to do something. And as much as I love the monorail, I would be fine with them doing something with the monorail if it meant we got a really good Tomorrowland.
I wish if we're gonna so we're changing things, right? I wish they could somehow interweave the monorail into California Adventure somehow. It is very sad to me that it doesn't have like a California Adventure stop, doesn't really go into the park, nothing. I wish they could do something with that. So I need to catch up on this. Midway Mania
Sorry, I just saw
fun.
Richard's comment of
Yeah.
It's a Small World's #1 fan.
Hello, Richard. Thank you for joining us. See, I
was catching up after my tirade, so.
So for me, I'd keep Space Mountain and I would keep Star Tours. I don't think with how they're doing Galaxy's Edge, I don't think you could transplant Star Tours into Batuu.
You could, but make it a different story. You could put the same ride system in, which I think is what people like, and you could make it a different journey. That's all.
Okay, so you could use the shell of Star Tours over there, but you couldn't.
You could use the ride system.
You couldn't do Star Tours. That's true, Chrysanthi. They could, but.
So I'm sorry, Chrysanthi, because I know you like Star Tours. I'm sorry, Doug and your family, who I know love love Star Tours. And I'm not saying that it should be gone forever. I'm just saying I don't think it belongs necessarily in Tomorrowland anymore. I would sacrifice Star Tours for a better Tomorrowland, just like I would sacrifice the monorail for a better Tomorrowland.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So I wouldn't touch Star Tours, but I think that's the sad thing to me about Tomorrowland is there's so I feel like everybody. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I feel like everybody thinks this way, but there's just so much unused space in Tomorrowland right now. There's just a lot of big buildings that they kind of half put together something and throw into the building and whatever. And I do think it's time to move most of the Star Wars stuff out. I wouldn't take Star Tours out necessarily.
I also think Buzz should move to Pixar Pier.
Yeah, if they're gonna keep Buzz. For me personally, if it was between Buzz and Midway Mania, I would definitely keep Midway Mania.
Yeah.
Over Astro Blasters. That was a really, really sad thing about Buzz Lightyear to me. When you were talking about that, when we were on it last time, I was so focused on shooting the little thing and trying to figure out how to do it exactly right. I realized I was not paying any attention as to what I was actually going past and what I was seeing.
Oh, yeah, me either.
I was so focused on, finding the little red dots and shooting the little red dots that I had no idea what it was that I was even shooting at, except a little red dot.
The problem is, though, I'll agree with this for everybody in the chat that's having different ideas.
If we went into the retro guesses of tomorrow and just left it with that.
Well, that's how you make it timeless. Otherwise, you're always going to catch up.
Yep.
And you're going to have to redo it.
Yep.
But I don't think anybody can argue that Space Mountain should stay or should not be touched. Nobody can argue that should go away at all. Because I think everybody's pretty much on the same.
That's like the pillar of Tomorrowland.
That's
really the only reason most people go to Tomorrowland is for that attraction. Yeah.
I don't know what they'll do with it, and I think there'll be people that are upset no matter what happens to Tomorrowland. But I love the subs from the nostalgia aspect from when I was a kid, but I think the subs need to go.
Oh, they need to do if they keep them, that's fine, but they need to do something different with the interior. Yeah. I don't get claustrophobic, but when I go in there, I get claustrophobic, and I get very it's too cramped, it's too tight. The seats that they have are not very wide. I don't like being that close to other people. It's just, it's too tight of quarters for me. And they pack that thing full. It's not like they look down and see, oh yeah, we could, they don't let you sit comfortably in there. They want every single seat filled, which sometimes that doesn't, it doesn't fit out that way as well. So.
And to go against Fresh Baked, who was on and talked about this, Autopia.
I think we can keep Autopia.
If you're gonna redo Tomorrowland, you can't keep Autopia.
You can keep some of it.
There was a really cool idea. So what do you guys think about this idea?
Because again, kid friendly.
I think this is at another Disney park. Or I've seen the idea somewhere.
What if it's elevated? Sorry.
Stop stealing what I'm gonna say. Is you do an Autopia with an elevated track like the People Mover. And then, even if it's gas, it becomes exciting because you're above people and you can go up and down and stuff. That would be way more exciting than bouncing around. And they need to fix the steering, so when you turn, it turns and not. Because for me, no matter what, if I'm holding it straight, the stupid thing is gonna go bang, 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 no matter what. Put Autopia in Toontown.
Hey, there you go. And then we could drive cartoon cars. I like it. And make them into electric.
See, that's the other thing I was thinking. Same thing as Ace. is the kids. Subs could be under something. So you could put the subs under something and build something on top.
That's true. Kind of like Pirates, how it's under, right?
What's that?
Pirates. You dropped... Yeah, like Pirates. You're under.
You could be under. The motorboats would be cool to bring back, too. That's a good idea. You could move... You could do all these ideas. You could move the Autopia over across from Small World.
Okay.
And you could have it go over the walkway and into Toontown and drive around, which would be kind of a cool sightseeing thing. And then come back in the stations over in that area. Then you can free up all of what is now Autopia, reroute the monorail some way, or get rid of the monorail and reroute it totally different, and actually make it transportation perhaps. Maybe when they do an Eastern Gateway, make it like go over and back or something.
Yeah.
And then get rid of the people mover track and get rid of the building that Astro Blasters is in.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the Star Tours building. Build something new, and the Innovations building.
I still think you can keep Star Tours. It's not a very big building. It's not that big of a footprint.
I'm just saying it gives you more flexibility to build something else. That's all.
Other things, yeah. Ha ha ha, there you go. I like that. Look at that. Driving a car in Autopia is like a fantasy. So yes, it works over in Fantasyland / Toontown.
Yeah.
And they could be themed to they could look like Mickey's car. It could be Toon cars.
Chrysanthi, silly kids who feel cool on it anyway. Once you drive, it's like, okay. James, hates the Autopia.
It's very long.
Well, the worst part was when James rode it at the Magic Kingdom, their version, it's even more boring than the Disneyland version, because it's like loop, 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 and you're back. And at least at Disneyland, there's trees, and there's that off-road section.
Yeah.
There's at least things to look at, where Disney World's kind of like, you know?
There you go. You can drive over to Mickey's house.
You know what you do? Well, I guess the kids want to drive, but it's on a track anyway. I was going to say you could make it a trackless attraction. Where the kids,
dear Lord, that sounds like chaos.
Where the kids, no, a trackless attraction like they're going to do with Star Wars.
Yeah. So
and
we have bumper cars?
No, you have the kids feel like they can drive, but really it just takes them. Then you don't have that weird bump, and adults might like it more.
So it appears that they're driving. Kind of like how I like to pretend that I'm driving during Indiana Jones.
There you go.
Kate, my daughter, makes me drive. She doesn't want to drive? That's funny.
Yeah,
and
you can drive to Mickey's house.
Oh, Kate, that's funny.
Oh,
you could okay, so your Toontown things. You could have a Pluto themed car, a Donald themed car. You could have all of the Fab Five could have their own themed cars. That would be really cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
You could have a Mickey car, Minnie car.
You could have a really cool character experience too, because Mickey and Minnie could come out and get on it and drive around, and then
those are very large cars you're talking about.
Well, if you rework the vehicle, you could put one in each vehicle,
That'd
not
be
together.
Cool. That would be cool. Okay, where are we? I've got to go look through.
The pedal is hard to push, and that wheel is impossible.
It stinks.
Yeah. See, Liz is up for Autopia and Toontown as well.
Yeah.
Done. Disney.
We need to. Yeah. We'll submit this.
Put us on your media list, and you can have this idea for free.
We'll trade you.
And we'll give Chrysanthi some deal on it too, because she's the one who kind of said Toontown first.
Mm-hmm. She can come to the media events with us.
Yeah, there you go.
I like Autopia as it is.
I'm not saying that things like Star Tours and the Autopia and stuff, I know that people think that they're cool, and I like Star Tours as well, but I just feel like if you could place them somewhere else, the land that they're on could be something so much better. I'm going to stick up for Autopia for 30 seconds. That's all it's going to get. The thing that's going to be hard is that was an opening day attraction, so that's going to be really hard and really sad to close an opening day attraction. But I know we're supposed to... What if you just relocate it?
But then it's not really an opening day attraction anymore.
Well, they've already reworked the whole queue and the whole path of it anyway.
Yeah, I suppose. So really,
as we've learned, almost nothing is the original attraction anyway.
I know. Yeah.
It does need some updates. Even if they... Okay, I would even be happy with the Autopia.
Even if it was electric.
If they just made it electric.
Oh, that's cool.
That would double capacity in a certain way, right?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Make it like the monorail, where at the Disneyland Hotel you can get on or get off, but Tomorrowland you always have to get off. You do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should all get jobs as Imagineers.
I feel like that sounds like a dream job, but it's probably...
Well, you have to have a lot of
crazy.
Schooling, and you have to be really good, because a lot of people apply.
Crazy hard to become an Imagineer. Yeah, it's. I'm really surprised that they're not electric. I just really. That seems like it should be a pretty easy thing for them to change out.
Well, and I feel like it would save them money because they're spending so much on like gas and stuff.
Money. It's gonna cut down on noise. Definitely fumes. I would think that it'd be more reliable than those
just imagine
gas
the
engines.
poor cast members that have to work that
And
track,
then
and
I'm
they're
watching
hearing
them,
it all
like,
day and they're smelling it all day.
Using like like it's a freaking
hand crank thing.
No, it's like your lawnmower.
Yeah, it's
they're
like saying.
starting it. That's true. They used to smell a lot worse, Barb. But yeah, it's just it shouldn't. I don't know.
You know what they should have done? It's too late now, but they should have moved the Autopia to Cars Land. That would have made perfect sense.
To Cars Land?
Yes.
Yeah, and theme them like cars. The paper straws are canceled out by the gas engines. That's true.
I would even probably say more than that, but sure. Yeah. Jeez.
That's funny. That could have been cool. Yeah, instead of... So what... Okay, so if you're going to move an Autopia-like attraction to Cars, where would you have put it?
Couldn't you weave it in and around Radiator Springs Racers?
But,
like, there's a plenty of like area there where you could weave it in and around.
Yeah.
If you do elevation changes and stuff, is what I mean.
You know, Chrissy, Anthony, that's a good question. Does Disneyland have any like protected sites, attractions, or other things that aren't allowed to be removed, like it's a historical landmark?
I
wouldn't think so.
I feel like it's private property, so it's not like they. And I think you have to apply to become a historical place, don't you?
Well, like maybe in the world of Disney, it's a historical. We as a company have decided we will not touch this.
Oh.
Not like regulated by the state or.
I don't know. I feel like the only thing that's really safe is probably the castle at Disneyland.
I would think so.
Because I feel like the castle. I feel like people would riot if they changed the castle.
You know, I just thought of something, and I'm hoping that maybe this is a glimmer of hope that maybe the reason. So we were talking about how it should be pretty easy, I would assume, to switch over the engines from gas to electric. Maybe they haven't made that investment because they aren't planning on keeping it there for that much longer. So why would you switch them all over? That's going to be my hope. My fingers are crossed. I really think that they're going to have a great window of time to be able to do a lot of rework Tomorrowland and just close down the land.
So here's what
wipe
I think.
it out, start over.
Here's what I think.
Because so many people are going to be pulled over to Galaxy's Edge.
Here's what I think is going to happen in the next 10 to 20 years. I think that we're entering an age now where Disney parks all around the world are finally making money. Paris just went green went in the black for the first time in 10 years.
Yay, Paris!
I think Disney World and Disneyland, when they open Galaxy's Edge, I think that's just going to be printing money for them.
Yeah.
I think some of the things that they're doing in Shanghai, they're doing a bunch of upgrades in Hong Kong. I think all of these things are just going to be raking in cash for them. So I think once the crowds die down a little bit from Galaxy's Edge, and they can spare the capacity.
Yeah.
I think that they will do another big project, and I'm hoping that down the line that they will be greenlit to be able to do something like Westcott. I mean, they're not going to do a new park like that, but what I mean is they had the whole idea of transportation. You know, they had monorails going places, they had people movers going places as actual pieces of transportation to bring people more easily in.
True Epcot.
Kind of a thing. But at Disneyland, because if they ever do an Eastern Gateway project, it'd be nice instead of having to get on a bus or a tram or walk, it'd be so cool, go through security, instead of getting on a tram even, right? Get on a people mover that's constantly sucking people up, and you just get on and it takes you to the front of the park and it drops you off. And you could even have it go through the resort hotels, like the monorail, and you could technically get rid of the monorail, I guess. But I would love to have something like that, and I think that would move people around faster and more efficiently.
Oh,
and then you wouldn't even have to staff it, because you'd staff it with cast members getting people on, but you wouldn't have to have a driver of a tram. You wouldn't have to have as many cast members. You wouldn't have to worry about kids or whatever running in front of the trams and getting run over.
You would have to worry about... Wouldn't you have to worry about them? You still would have to monitor it, though.
Well, you'd have the safety gate, and you'd have a cast member there that would, get them on like it used to be. Yeah.
Well, I've never experienced the people mover, so I don't know. However,
Yeah.
I did learn that my first trip to the park, I could have experienced the rocket rods.
Really?
Yeah, I could have. My first trip to the park was like summer of 2000. Yeah, see, Chrysanthi, we make a point to go on it, but we just like ride it to downtown Disney and stay on it and ride back to Tomorrowland. It's really kind of pointless. It's just to do it. So, and if we don't have time, it is something that we can skip. But I get. She was saying that she never even goes on the monorail because she drives to the park. She doesn't need it to get into the park.
I always go on the monorail because I love the monorail. So I get on it in Tomorrowland. I do a circle tour, come back.
Yeah.
I've only ever gotten off at Downtown Disney once or twice maybe, and then gotten back on to get back over. Mm-hmm. Just because if you're walking around Downtown Disney to look at things, you're gonna end up at one end or the other, and one end is Disneyland and one end is the monorail.
That's the
end.
That's why they need to put it over in California Adventure somehow too, make it a little more usable.
Tortilla Joe's is good.
Thanks for joining us, Ace. Have a good night.
Yes, thanks, Ace.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna be forced to go on the tram this next trip, even though
forced.
Well, because we don't have to go on it, so we're gonna go out of our way to go ride the tram.
The day before,
just so I can experience it.
The day before D23, when we arrive and we check into our hotel, we won't have anything to do but walk around.
We're gonna
go ride the tram. See, Laura understands the tram.
See, that's my problem. Is I've only ever walked across the street from the hotel. I've never driven and parked at a Disneyland parking lot. Thus, I've never experienced the tram.
Chrysanthi, you missed the hangout earlier, but are you gonna be? Will we see you either at D23 or the week after D23 in the parks?
They
or
take
at
a
our meetup?
selfie every time they're on the tram. How cute!
Because I would ride the tram with Chrysanthi.
That's awesome, Chrysanthi. Is it themed? Like, is the tram themed?
No.
So it's like, oh, no?
Yes, the parks. Yeah, we're going to do... So, Chrysanthi,
Saturday...
Well, we're doing a public meetup, yeah.
Yeah. Saturday, whatever that Saturday is. Saturday. Okay.
Are you doing... Was that
Elton?
Elton John?
So,
are you going to see that, by the way? Laura asked earlier in the chat.
Am I going to see what?
The Elton John movie. Yeah,
yes, I'm going to watch that.
August 24th.
August 24th at 8 p.m. We are going
Trader Sam's.
Have a hangout at Trader Sam that everyone is invited to. I have not been to Trader Sam's. I'm very much looking forward to a spiked Dole Whip. But also the theming. It looks so cool in there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll have a group tram ride and then we'll go over.
Also, we didn't mention... is that a supporter thing? That's probably a supporter thing, isn't it?
We didn't do the tram.
Okay, thank you.
For free otherwise.
Thank you, James.
Across the street.
I love how you knew what I was talking about.
See, yeah, Deb, we were always across the street with okay. Oh, maybe I've never seen a Disney cat. So maybe I should ride the tram just so I could get a glimpse of a Disney cat.
All right, Teresa. We're going to play this for this. This is the tram.
Drunk tram riding.
Okay, here. This is the glorious tram.
Okay, he's making me watch a tram video right now, guys.
I love this guy.
Keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Para su seguridad, favor de permanecer sentados con las puertas cerradas.
It does. It sounds like you're on an attraction.
Brazos, pies y piernas
That's what Chrysanthi said. It's all about...
Yeah.
See? The way they talk, the inflection.
Yep.
I love it.
It's...
On board, this tram is ready to depart. And driver, you are clear.
They honk twice. So this is... So...
It totally sounds like an attraction.
Just wait. They have a spiel, too.
Oh, there's more.
Welcome to the Disneyland Resort. For the first time in forever, you can play real snow, meet or sing along with your favorite frozen friends.
What?
And for your
There's
all-evening long
things?
gift free tonight. Onward.
It's like an attraction. It 100% is. Because look, you got this little welcome thing.
Just wait.
hold on to hats, glasses, or any loose items that could fall from the tram.
So at Halloween, which I think...
If an article should fall, please stay
If
seated
an
until
article
the
should
train
fall.
stops and inform the nearest cast member. Thank you.
So during Halloween, they put characters here.
Really?
Yep. They get really hauling butt after they get around this corner, too.
Okay, we can get
Just
back
wait,
to
he
our
talks
live
more.
chat. I feel bad that these people are watching us watch the
See, Dylan
video.
likes the tram, too.
Gary, you're clear.
And then they gun it. It's true, though. Watch. They'll go a lot faster.
We're now en route to the Disneyland Resort main entrance plaza. Gateway
Okay,
to
I think I
Disneyland
get
Park,
it.
Disney California Adventure Park, and the downtown Disney District.
I still think we should maybe have
If you're
adult
here
beverages
just
and
for
then
the
go on the
day,
tram. That might make it more exciting.
Park hopper tickets offer same-day admission to both Disneyland and Disney California Adventure.
See, Chrysanthi loves it.
If you have more time to spend, multi-day tickets and annual passes are an especially good value. Before entering the parks, we'd like to remind you that smoking
No
is not
more.
permitted except in designated areas.
Not anymore.
If you have brought your own food and beverages, please use
No
the
ice.
picnic area located just to the left of the
Yes, I'm
Disneyland
correcting
main
the tram
entrance.
spiel.
If
This
you
is
plan
from
to leave the park
2014.
and
I know.
return later
I know.
today, please keep your
Well, and I
tickets
think you could
and
still
have
smoke.
your hands
That's
wet
like
as you
the
enter.
first that you can't smoke. So Wednesday.
Resort.
Get it all your smoking now.
Remain open till 12 midnight. Disney California Adventure Park remain open till 11 p.m.
I'm waiting for these backs. They said there was backstage stuff.
Well, you can
Looking
see it
for
on the other side.
Oh, I'm looking the wrong
But
way.
now you're going to be back
Got it.
behind downtown Disney.
Just ahead is the downtown Disney
Very
District
cool, very
with
cool.
exciting shopping, dining, and
You were
live
so over
entertainment.
this.
I just feel bad because we have a live
Grand
stream.
California's Hotel and
They
Spa,
can't see the video. They can't
inspired
see
by
what
the
we're
famous
watching.
Arts and crafts movement in California. We are now approaching the
Okay, I understand the tram a little bit more now.
I love the horn, because they always go, driver, your turn's clear. Burp, burp.
I get it. I can see how it's
There's
like
a
the first
smell
attraction.
to it, too. There's a smell to it. See?
Wow.
Makes things smell. I love the tram. See? Dylan's with it, man. Telling you.
Apparently, I'm on my own tramless island over here. I'm one of the few people that's never experienced the tram. James, have you gone on the tram?
Yeah.
He
James
probably,
made me
yeah, I was
take
going
the
to say,
tram.
Tag probably made you go. Yep, just me. Well, Vern hasn't done it either. Too funny.
Oh, do you want us to wait for you guys to show up to do the tram, or do you want me to take Teresa?
You can take Teresa on the tram.
Okay.
You don't want to go on the tram,
I will
James?
accept that I'm gonna miss this experience.
Oh no, we can't. We can't. Hold on.
Oh,
we can't.
Liz
because-
has not been on it either.
Hold on.
You're gonna have to ride it anyway.
We can't.
Laura.
We can't. Yeah, because Laura. We're gonna have to ride it with Laura. Because Laura wants to be a tram driver because she's good at driving in circles. It's gonna
funny.
change though. I'm excited to
The
see
tram?
because
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
of the
yeah,
parking
yeah.
garage. I'm excited to
true.
see. Oh yeah, we have to wrap up here in a minute. I'm excited to see what Fresh Baked does this week with their construction update because he always covers the parking tram or parking
The
lot.
parking lot. Very cool.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say?
Just
or
seeing
anything you
that
wanna
video
talk
just
about?
makes me want to go to Disneyland.
I know. And that wasn't even in Disneyland. See the magic of the tram.
No.
She doesn't understand the magic of the tram. It's like Emperor's New Groove. Beware the groove, beware,
Beware
the
the
tram.
tram.
Love the Emperor's New Groove.
Oh.
Did you share with everybody how we did on trivia, by the way? The Disney trivia we went to?
I don't think so.
Dylan says hi. He's
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I
he
don't
almost
think so.
spoiled the
Was
trivia
that
question.
last? No.
Hello, Dylan.
Week before? My Mountain Dew's wearing off. Was that the week before last? Yeah, last week was Easter.
Yeah, week before last.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago we went and played Disney Trivia at one of the local watering holes here in La Crosse, and we won. I was pretty happy. This is what, the third time we've played?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The first time we got
Hello,
first,
Fred.
the second time we got second, and then now we got first again. So I was pretty impressed though because
We won at the last minute.
Yeah, there was a team that plays that we are friends with, and the husband of that team used to work for Walt Disney World, and they lived, close to the property. The whole family had annual passes, so they spent a lot of time at Walt Disney World. So they're kind of like our nemesis team when it comes to Disney trivia, but it's not park related trivia. It's mostly movie related. So I think Tag sometimes feels a little bit like a fish out of water with the movie trivia, but
yeah,
we had a lot of fun.
I need to start. Well, I'm trying to remember what we should share with people and what we shouldn't share with people. If you're a supporter, one of the things we're thinking of doing is doing a monthly movie club review thing where we will tell you a movie we're going to watch. We'll give you the month to watch it, and then we'll have a live hangout together and we'll all talk about the movie. It's a Disney movie, and we'll go through all the different Disney movies, which I think would be fun.
Then you can actually see them.
And I can actually see them. So, Chrysanthi, you should join and do that.
You and Chrysanthi can be on a team. So now, we'll have to figure out what our parameters are. Are we just going to go with, classic Disney movies, since Disney now owns multiple other properties now? Are we going to include those other properties?
I think we should start with the Disney
classics.
Animated classics. Even
Maybe
including...
we could go in chronological order.
Maybe.
And do we include all the shorts? Those might be a little harder to
I
find.
think the theatrical releases,
Yeah,
and then
those
later
might be a
on
little
we can.
harder to find.
Do
We'll have to
something.
see what the Disney Plus,
the
Disney Plus app's going to have on it, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
I am so excited about that freaking app. So excited.
Classics. See, everybody wants classics.
See.
Yes, Chrysanthi, she's throwing us under the
I
bus. It
wasn't
happens.
meaning it. You guys will be on your own team.
Anyway. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap up for tonight because it's getting late.
Maybe I was throwing you under the tram.
Oh. Draw names to get to
We
pick.
could do that. You know how much we like drawing names.
Teresa loves drawing names.
Yeah. I need practice at it, though.
Well, now we've got new cards, so it should be
New
different.
cards, yep. It'll be a whole different experience.
Or Autopia track.
Oh, no. That's worse. That is way worse.
All right, guys. It's been good fun tonight. I'm glad you guys could all join us.
Yes, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, don't be just Alex. We'll see you next month. Do we have a date? We have a date for next month, don't we?
It's always the...
Last Sunday, right?
Nope. 4th.
Fourth Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. So, next month, May 26th, 6 o'clock for the Google Hangout with supporters, and 7:30 for this live stream again. So, mark your calendars. Otherwise, that is Memorial Day weekend.
Ooh! Maybe we shouldn't do it that weekend. Do it the weekend before?
Yeah, we could do it the weekend before. I don't have anything listed. Do you want to just move it to the weekend before? The 19th?
Yes.
We'll talk about it. We'll let you guys know. We'll figure it out.
May 19th?
But thanks for letting us know, Liz.
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right, guys. Well, have a great rest of your weekend.
Yes, thank you guys.
And listen to this week's episode.
Yes.
I don't know what the topic's going to be yet. Hopefully something good.
Chrysanthi is going to be our guest.
That's
so you
right.
get to
That's
hear
the
from
topic.
her. Yep. Get to hear more from her. So, yay!
Oh, it's going to be quite an episode.
We're excited.
All right, guys.
Have a
great
good night.